but to get through all those hundreds of years of slavery, being treated the way you are, you had to be a botanist to survive. You had to be an herbalist to survive. So that knowledge has been passed down. And I literally come from women that knew this, that grew these certain plants.
Compost and cotton and cornrows.
Welcome to the Compost, Cotton, and Cornrows podcast. I'm your host, Dominique Drake Ford, and this is where Black vanguards are redefining sustainability through storytelling. In this episode, we tap in with Jazmin Duke, vegan content creator, wellness entrepreneur, and the bold Black girl alchemist behind Kitty Coo Wellness. She blends plant-based healing, cultural storytelling, and unapologetic femininity to teach us that self-care is not clinical. It's ancestral, delicious, and dripping with joy. Jazmin shows up loud, bright, and unbothered to dismantle the whitewashed wellness industry and remind us that our vaginal wellness deserves vibrant cultural rituals. Let's get into it. Jazmin, girl, I'm so excited to have you on the pod.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Of course. I can't wait to get into your colorful, flirty, fun, vegan and plant-based recipes and brand, women's wellness brand. So we're gonna get into all the things. But to ground us, I'd love to know how you define sustainability.
Sustainability based on what you know feels good in your spirit by making this earth a better place than you found it.
Mm. Ooh, that was a bar. I love the intuitiveness, right? It's like you tapped into what feels good to you and your spirit and connected that with your environment, what feels good
Yes.
for, the outside world, the planet. I love that. Not a single bar. Okay.
I
I
had to
was
give it to y'all because it's different for different people. You know,
100%.
sustainability is not, it's not a one size fits all thing.
Not at all.
It's different for different people. So that's why tapping into that intuitiveness is important, in the sustainable lifestyle. So yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Before we tap into the brand, let's get into why and how you became a vegan and why plant-based was so near and dear to you in your journey.
I have reached a point in my life where
Wait, you're still a vegan, right?
absolutely
Okay, I got
it never
you
gave
never
it
look,
never
you
gave
never
me.
know. I gotta ask
This
because
is
people
true.
flow in and out for different reasons, and I could be sitting up here saying, "Yeah, Jazz the vegan," and she's
Right.
like, "Girl, that was yesterday."
Listen, there are some people that are in this, but to me, and I always say those are the folks that's plant-based.
Mhm.
It's a
Mhm.
lifestyle. You don't just turn that off, okay? The
Yeah.
plant-based folks are the folks that are, of course, eat a certain diet and they switch or whatever. Me, I'm in this thing for the long
Mm,
haul, okay? This is a
mm.
lifestyle. And I've really kind of went into it. My sister actually went vegan before I did, and my sister and I were raised like twins. We're literally 15 months apart. My mom, went on maternity leave after she had me and came back to work pregnant. That's how close in age we are. She went vegan first, and it really opened my mind to so much stuff. We've done everything together. And so she was really like, girl, let me put you on
Mm,
going on animal agriculture industry. And it was
mm,
just so much stuff that just opened my mind. And I started, especially as a Black woman, I connected the parallels between the animal agriculture industry and slavery and what
mm,
to our people and beyond slavery. When we talk about, food injustice, when we talk about the ways in which in the hood, it's a liquor store, it's a KFC, it's McDonald's on every corner, but you can't find a Whole Foods, you can't find, this type of setup. So I really started to see the parallels between the two and was like, you know what, it's time to make a switch. And then learning about the health, our disparities within the Black community versus so much that is going on. And it's like, so much, how you just get to epiphany. There's so many moments in your life where, and it's very, very spiritual, so many moments in life where something just clicks off in your mind and you just feel it. It's all intuitive. You feel it, you're like, hold on, wait. And then you start to learn. And when you learn more, it just expands your mind for me. And I was like, you know what? I don't want that blood on my hands.
mm,
And I have this information now. What am I going to do about it? And I think, especially as a Black woman, our people, we were forced to just endure so much, right? Like, and when I look at my ancestors, I look at the things they was forced to eat. If you just take it back to slavery, you was forced to eat these, this leftover scards of food from the big
Mm,
house. And our people were so genius that they created soul food. They created these amazing things. So if I'm going to be an evolved ancestor, evolved
mm.
descendant from my ancestors, why am I eating the same food that y'all ate, that y'all was forced to eat? And I have the resources and the knowledge I have now. So that's kind of when it clicked for me. And that was 8 years ago, girl. So been in this thing for 8 minutes. So
Was the transition abrupt? Like, did you fall off a little bit? Like, what was the transition into eating fried chicken to, "Nah, that ain't it." No, for real, like, what? I wanna know the turbulence, if there was any.
because yes, it can get like that, right? But I was strategic in being like, I'm real big on if I say I'm gonna do something, I'm doing it for
Yeah.
real. And
Yeah.
ain't no like you ain't gonna catch it. Like it gives that. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna take a whole year to transition. And
Okay,
yeah,
smart.
2016 to 2017. I went vegan August 2017. From 2016 to 2017, I spent that whole year studying,
Mm,
learning how to eat. And I was like, I gotta know how to make my favorites veganized. Because if I'm gonna do this, we're gonna do this right. And I
mm,
gotta like really enjoy my food. So
mhm,
I wanted to, before I said I was vegan, I wanted to figure out how I was going to do this. And then once I felt like I'm good, I'm okay with this. And I said, okay, now I'm vegan. And it was never no, it wasn't no going back. Like when your
yeah,
mind, like you change your mind from something, like it's like being in a bad relationship. When you realize that ex is not for you at all, your taste buds change. You're
yeah,
just like, you're appalled from, you're like, oh, hell no. Like, let's ask someone, you want to go back to that man, girl?
yeah.
Hell no. Like,
Ain't no feeling like being free when your
okay,
mind's
like
made up.
all of that. So that's
Yes.
really what it was in my journey.
Mm. Okay, and real quick, what's your favorite vegan meal?
Oh, my favorite vegan meal, funny enough, is vegan fried chicken. When I wasn't vegan, it was chicken wings.
Right, right,
So
right, right.
that transition, yeah, vegan fried chicken, and which is
Mm,
AKA, and the internet gets so frustrated when any vegan
mm.
say vegan fried chicken, which is truly vegan fried oyster mushrooms.
Oyster mushrooms, okay. I was like, is it
They
or you do the lion's mane or the oyster
the
mushrooms?
oyster, I'm
The
an oyster
oyster
mushroom down girl. Like I can't. Lion's mane
mm.
got a little hair on it. That I don't really
Yeah,
care.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So yeah,
Shout out to the oyster mushrooms.
that's my thing. I can't live
They're
without
doing
'em.
they're making a killing right now. I
Yeah,
feel like
they
over
done
the
take the
last couple of
price up.
years.
Like, I'm like, y'all done everybody done got hit the
'Cause,
price.
before that, I'm not vegan, but before that, it was jackfruit. I feel like jackfruit,
Yes.
not necessarily for fried chicken, but just like the barbecue pulled pork jackfruit
Yes.
situation. I don't hear about jackfruit as much, but all I hear about is the different ways we are tearing up mushrooms for real.
Listen, because
Mm.
mushrooms gonna hold that flavor. Jackfruit to
Mhm.
me doesn't really hold the flavor as good.
Mhm.
But that mushroom is gonna give you that pull. It's gonna give you the, and it's extremely healthy for you too.
Yes.
I mean, of course, we frying, dying, laying it to the side, but
Yeah.
sorry, but that deep down inside,
Yeah, 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 yeah. 100%. I love this. And so what was the bridge between your eating vegan and you made all of these different cultural correlations, which I love, and pivoting into women's wellness?
mm,
Because Kitty Coo wellness, girl, we gonna get into all the things, but I'm talking period care, I'm talking libido, womb wellness, pH
all of it.
balance. Kitty Coo is Kitty Cooing. So, what was that transition from food into women's wellness?
It's funny because I always, Dominique, I always dipped and dabbled, like
Mhm.
low key. From when I first started, I used to do like period parties. I used to do a period live that I did. This is like way, way early on. And it went so well. And so I kind of dipped and dabbled in it, but I kind of stayed primarily into food. But it wasn't until truly last year when I started making these Oprah water videos and they just
Mm,
started going
mhm.
viral. And it was really like, I'm looking at the comments, I'm reading the DMs, and I'm like, dang, the girlies need this information because they're like, I know. Look, I done learned this and that, and this has changed my life. And it's just like, wow, there really is a disconnect. There really is
Mhm.
so much that we as women don't know about what's going on down there.
Mhm.
And especially the connection to the plants and the herbs on this earth that are
Mhm.
actually game changers for our wellness. And
Mm,
that was something that was actually the reason why I went vegan, truly, was when I saw how like eating more plants and herbs changed my entire period, my entire menstrual cycle.
mm,
I used to suffer tremendously, but it wasn't until I started taking out stuff that was messing me up, the dairy, the dead animals, all that stuff, and I was like, "Wait a minute. Why is the cramps actually bearable? Why is my mood actually, stable?" And I was like, "Oh," and that was when I first went vegan. But then I started to explore more. And so once I started doing those videos, and then I realized so many women started reaching out to me for help. And they were like, "Girl, can you please teach us about this and that?" And I was like, "Wait a minute, it's something here. It's something here." And the okra was just something that just shook the girls up. And I was
mhm.
like, all right, we got to break down the okra, because the okra is an ancestral medicine for us women. Like, our ancestors was using that for a reason. They put okra seeds in their hair during the transatlantic slave trade for a reason. It was
Mhm.
such a sustainable plant that was amazing and, abundant when it came to our nutritional value and when it came to our women's wellness. So I was like, you know what? And I actually, like, forever down, I literally was like, okay, I already like these little okra water videos. And I was like, okay, I'll get more to that. Then all of a sudden, like, it just kind of, things just started to hit me. Like, it was just like, it kept going back to that. I'll post another video, food video, did okay. But then I
Right,
post
right.
something about okra or whatever, and they're like, yes, girl, hold on, I need this
Yes.
more. And I was like,
Mhm.
in addition to this knowledge, we need something that the girls can have in their life. A lot of women were sitting there saying, but girl, I ain't got time to be preparing my okra water, this and that. We got to talk about the modern woman, right? These are gone are the days where it's like, the different gender roles and also stuff. Like, it's women's work and they ain't got time to be soaking their okra water overnight and all. It's
Yep,
a lot going on, right? And so
yep.
I was like, what if I created something that women can have home, they can throw it in their purse on the go, and it would actually be something that focuses on all different aspects of womanhood,
Mm,
that cycle, your sexual wellness, and
mhm,
your total body wellness, your detox, your deodorization of your body. So all of that, your
mm,
hygiene, your microbiome health. And I just started, like, I spent all year, girl, a
mm,
whole entire year, just fantasizing about this brand, not knowing what to call it, but it was like, it's gonna be I gotta do something. And it just slowly started to fall into place. And I was like, you know what? We're gonna give them Kitty Coo.
mm,
And it's gonna be 3 hero products that's gonna target all of that, that the
mhm,
girls can have and they can love. And the biggest piece for me was about, I wanted to continue to teach. And I really feel like teaching is a really great skill set that I have. And I wanted to create a brand that not only was giving you something, giving you a product, but was actually teaching you something along the lines. That's why with my product, my boxes, it explains the herbs that's in it and what do they do, because I feel like herbalism, I feel like a lot of plant knowledge just goes over people's heads constantly. And it's like, y'all, it's really not that deep. It's really like one herb at a time, one plant at a time. If you learn them and you aggregate that information, before you know, you're gonna be walking around here with some incense, like, hold on, I'm at a higher.
yes. Come on, we
So
vibrating higher.
that's truly how Kitty Cool
Mm,
was really. And then truly for me, and I know this is long-winded and shit, but it's
mm,
very, very
mm,
deep. I said Kitty Cool is the most spiritual thing I've ever done in my entire life.
mm,
Connecting with plants and connecting with their ancestral origin is
mm,
something that just transcended me this year. I went on a whole journey where I learned the power of do not disturb. I ain't never had that set on my phone ever until this year, because I had to
mm,
really lock in and study and really find that connection, because our grandmothers and great grandmothers been knowing a lot of this information, to be able to, for our ancestors to have gotten through not only the transatlantic slave trade, but to get through all those hundreds of years of slavery, being treated the way you are, you had to be a botanist to survive. You had to be an herbalist to survive. So
mm,
that knowledge has been passed down. And I literally come from women that knew this, that grew these certain plants. It had okra gardens that, grew chamomile, that grew all these different things. And I was like, you know what? I want a brand that I've never seen before, because I felt like Kitty Coo is something I've never seen before. I felt like when people talk, I hate to be like this, but when we talk about herbalism, people expect Erica Badu. They
yeah,
expect like incense burning. They expect like somebody speaking these highfalutin language that is not as necessarily down to earth to some, or
mhm,
you think clinical,
clinical,
or
yep,
you think like, okay, what I got from pharmacy, I'm like, who is really giving us that down to earth, your homegirl that's like, girl, I'm about to put you on. Like, this is what we doing. And it's speaking in a language that you understand and is educating you so that you understand the impact of what you're putting in your body and that it's wellness from the inside out. Because you can just slap some soap on anything, but baby, you're not focusing at the root. And that's what Kitty Coo does is it focuses on wellness on the inside out at the root. And I like to say it's like a stroll through your great grandmother's ancestral garden meets your favorite big cousins a real talk.
Mm,
And
I
that's
love
what it
it.
is. So
I love that you're bringing 100% organic herbal formulas
yes,
to the forefront of our wellness, right? Because I mean, yes, everybody can purchase your product, I'm sure.
yes,
Absolutely. And I want that for you. Um, but but at the but right now, I'm focusing on us and
yes,
how we need to reclaim this level of well-being, reclaim this level of
that part.
ancestral knowledge, and
Mhm.
make it accessible. Make it speak in our language. And I love that you are sitting up here hella colorful, hella joyful, hella knowledgeable. No, seriously, seriously,
Thank
spitting
you.
facts and doing it and positioning it, and it feels. I mean, it's organic to you. Like I'm feeling your energy and your vibrations, and it's not like
Thank
this
you.
performative situation. Like
Oh,
you really
never.
out here creating this allure
Mm,
through plants, through medicine, through healing, and I love that for the culture.
thank
Again,
you. Thank
everybody
you,
needs
girl.
time,
I
everybody.
felt that. Thank you.
But but for the culture, for the purposes of the culture, I feel like this is a level of movement building that is so needed for us. The way you're remixing this knowledge and information and these healing modalities is beyond.
Thank you, honey. And I like to say it is remixing women's wellness. And I think that, like you mentioned, understanding keeping the culture at the forefront because my biggest thing was y'all ain't gonna leave out black women. And it's funny because the women's wellness industry is very white dominated and it's
Mm,
funny enough, like male dominated when we talk about ownership. A lot of people don't realize that we are starting to see more white women, coming into these spaces, coming into these roles, but we have to continue to remind folks. Let me tell you, black women been.
mm,
We've been the healers, we've been the
yep,
teachers, we
yep,
have healed. There were black women back in the day that healed entire villages, that healed
yeah,
entire plantations. That was the one to go to. Oh, such and such, go to
yes.
auntie, she got you. She gonna work them
No,
roots
for real.
legit. And I hate how that's been taken out of context, that has been taken out of the history
Mhm.
of women's wellness. And we gotta recircle back. And like I'm glad that you mentioned the word reclaim. And
Yeah,
that's pretty cool. It's reclaiming
yep,
that.
yep.
And it's making it fun. Like if we're talking about libido, we're gonna put some Trina on there. We're
Yeah.
gonna put some Trina, we're gonna put some Trick
No, for
Day.
real.
Like I
You
need
can't strip away all the elements of our culture. You
that part.
can blend the culture because there is
Exactly.
a distinct, tethering between
Mm,
plants and, say, our music, for instance.
yes.
Our
Yes.
vernacular and
Yes.
our remedies. There is no separation. I feel like the colonial framework of health and wellness has created this dichotomy
Mm.
of the tapestry of our culture.
Come on,
It's
big
all
word.
woven
Come on, big
together.
words.
Girl, I'm not look, we not here for play.
It's a
We're not
fact.
here for play. And like you were saying, the elders, the aunties, the cousins, the ancestors. When I say Black people created the rubrics for sustainability, I mean that shit wholeheartedly.
And it's so slept on, and
It's
we don't
so
give
slept
credit
on.
at all. Like, it's crazy to me. Like the no waste. Like when I hear no waste, I'm like, oh please, excuse me. No, you better put some water in that spaghetti, the jar, shake it up. It
Nigga,
gets to the bottom of that. What we gonna
hand-me-downs is like a multi-million dollar industry now. How? Sway? Girl.
girl. Isn't it crazy? And I just like to watch and I laugh at this shit because I'm like, this is funny as hell.
Mhm.
We've been. That's why I always say black people been or like black women been because it's like
Mhm.
we already
Mhm.
know what the rest of the words to
Mhm.
be a multitude of things.
Mm.
So it's really reclaiming it, and I think you have to be very bold in taking up space and to literally say that, unfortunately, because you already know. Anytime we speak up, especially as Black women, we say something,
Mhm.
every for some reason it has to be highly criticized. But
Mm.
wait, what does she mean? I said what I said on some many
Right.
links, like,
That part.
and that's what I love about like what I'm doing in this world is it's like I really feel like I was brought here to be the I said what I said on
Mm.
multiple ways. And our people, we resonate with that because we know like that's a very it's a very native language to
Yeah.
us to
Yeah.
be and I understand that we learn that way too. And when I'm speaking on something, sometimes I kind of come with that approach. Listen that. I'm about to
Mhm.
tell y'all, and
Mhm.
people like, okay,
Mhm.
what your ass about to
Mhm.
say? Yes.
Yeah,
And I
Auntie
have your
Jasmine come to
attention,
play.
and I'm going to take up this space, and I'm going
Right.
to say what I need to say for y'all.
Right, right, right. In your journey of formulating this brand where you're bringing, science and spirituality and
Mm.
fun back to women's wellness, did you hit any challenges along the way? Were there doors closed in your face that you needed to be open in a specific moment? And sort of how did you overcome to get to this point?
Absolutely. The economy.
That's real.
One,
2025. Hello.
Donald Trump. Like just
Yeah.
it's just so
Because
many
when did your brand start, Jess?
you said when what?
When did it start
It
officially?
started October 9th
Of what year?
this year. It's a
Oh,
baby.
it's this new.
It is
Girl,
a baby. Yes, this my new
girl.
book.
Oh, we at the Genesis. Okay.
At the Genesis.
Okay.
Of
So
Kitty Coo. Of Kitty Coo Wellness you talking
of
about,
Kitty
right?
Coo Wellness.
Yes.
Okay, yes,
Yes.
yes, yes, yes. Of Kitty Coo Wellness. And I've and my mistake because I remember seeing sort of the launching, the episodic launch.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Brand
it
new,
was this
brand new.
year. So we talking about coming into from a socioeconomic lens,
Mhm.
stepping into everything that's happening this year as we seeing, we understand that, there has been an attack on women's wellness, on, just on so much when it comes down to womanhood. That posed a huge challenge. Is
Yeah.
it's like, are you going to be bold enough in a world where access to basic human rights, basic women's wellness techniques, resources
Mhm.
is at a threat, is being taken away, and it's like, how can I come into this space
Mhm.
and be a voice
Mhm.
um, that folks can resonate with when there's so much shit going on?
Yeah.
And I feel like I think about Lion King when Scar took over, right? Like it's like this is our society, this is our
Mm.
country currently,
Mhm.
and create something in that atmosphere. So that poses a challenge. And also, the economy where, there's so much going on, unemployment rates are extremely sky high.
Mhm.
And you think about all these different things, and you're creating a luxury, a premium product that is going to have a certain, cost level to it, because I wasn't playing around when I said 100% organic. I wasn't playing around when I was saying actual natural, 100% natural herbs in this thing, no
Mhm.
artificial, nothing. Um, so those post challenge, so formulating something that I know would be affordable, that I knew that would be able
Mm.
to take up space, um, and also trying to choose the right team that would
Mm.
help me to structure that. These all were huge, huge, huge challenges, and also, I understood that okay, we're transitioning from being more so about a food creator, a food content creator, to now really leaning into your power, leaning into your passion of women's wellness, and being, having to silence the self-doubt, a lot of the issues are be in our head. When it comes to creating something, it's all in our head, that sometimes you got that imposter syndrome. Who am I as a Black woman to take up this space when I look and I see the women that are the heavy hitters in this, and I'm like, okay, how am I going to uniquely, propose this specific brand? So all of these challenges pose themselves. Um, and also creating something that I know I've never seen before,
Mm.
creating products that had a delicious flavor profile, that
Yes.
wasn't just something that was clinical, that tasted, had a little nasty little aftertaste.
Yes. Come on, watermelon, chlorophyll.
Okay, watermelon flavor, Lord.
Watermelon
I
flavored
was like,
chlorophyll.
we gotta have something. So these were all things
Mm.
where I'm like, dang, how do I do that? How do I create a formula that has not only has the healing properties, it has the herbs I wanted in it, but actually tastes good. But utilizes these, plants. And it's like I had to tap into what I've been doing all this entire time and to tap into the ancestral knowledge of you can create these things strictly from plants, strictly from herbs. You can take that okra that everybody been losing their mind about in them okra water videos
Mm.
and literally formulate that in a sexual wellness, libido, aphrodisiac, high potent, heavy hitting ass tincture that is going to give okra water times 10 and taste.
Wish I had that when I was pregnant because I was drinking okra water. I got into it late. I saw the trend and was like, you know what? And did some research. And I was like, okay, I need this baby to slip and slide out. Um, but oh, that texture of the okra, the slime,
Acquired.
it took a lot. It took a lot.
And
And
that's
I'm
why I
like,
was like,
I wish I had yo juices and berries when I was pregnant. I
girl,
wish.
but you know what? It's beautiful that you know but that you actually had that information, that you
Yeah.
thinking about it, because so
Yeah.
many women have no clue. They have no clue that open water will help that baby slide out.
Yep.
And so it's like we got to be talking about this stuff more and more, and yeah, just putting it on the forefront.
Yeah. You know, when I think about sustainability and Blackness, I think about this often because we are a kaleidoscope of experiences and we're all in different places geographically, socioeconomically, knowledge wise, all the things. I want to know what one myth about kitty wellness that you love busting and wish that more of us who need it, the aunties, the uncles, even I know this is women's
Hmm.
wellness brand, but just in terms of just wellness, well-being, health, healing, so that we are not in the industrial medical complex ecosystem.
Hmm.
What is one myth? Because we're speaking the same language, and I'm trying to tap into folks. We trying to bring as many of us on board.
Absolutely.
What would that be?
It's funny because I think it's as simple as the myth that I'm constantly drilling it to bust all the time,
Mm,
and that is plants don't work.
mm.
And it's as simple and as deep as that.
I've actually never heard
Like, it's something that
it.
you know what it is? It's
Plants
subconscious.
don't work.
It is
Okay.
subconscious. It is a subconscious myth that everyone walks into this space because there is a level of cynicism where folks are like, "Okay, you
Mm.
sure? How fast is it gonna happen? Oh,
Mm.
Imma
Okay.
try
Yep.
it.
Yep.
Imma
Yep. You're
see."
right.
Reluctant,
You're right. You're right.
and I think that so much has happened. So much has happened in our history that has made us like that. We used to our parents, our great grandparents, they had fruit trees. They had these different there was access to this stuff, but the government really took the shit
Yep.
gradually away to
Yep.
the point where our knowledge of certain stuff has diminished
Yep.
over time, and we've lost that. And so we're getting back to that. But I think that that is the overarching myth that's subconscious.
Mm.
So talk about Viagra for one, right?
Mhm.
It's so many, I didn't realize that there's so many men that's like they're in their 30s that's running to these gas stations that's legit like, look, I gotta get me a pill, I gotta give you this and that. And it's like, sir, you taking your maca root? Like, do you understand if you
Mm.
took maca root, if men drank okra water, it would do
Mm.
wonders for their vitality. If they understood these things and understood that this stuff actually works, and not only does it work, unlike that blue pill that just gonna do what it needs to do in that moment, this is going to nourish your total body wellness. So
Mm.
if you are living a lifestyle where you're consuming fruits and vegetables, you're going to see a difference in your sexual wellness. You're going to see a difference in your vitality and your energy and all of those things. But I feel like we have this subconscious myth that goes on in our minds because we've got so many overarching things going on. We've
All
got
the things. Yeah.
the media, we've got the food industry that's teaching, we've got the big pharma, we've got all these things that are literally teaching this stuff of like, hey, pop this pill, do this, and that.
Yeah.
So we as a people, we as a collective are like, is it gonna work? So it's
Yeah.
like a lot of my work is education. A lot of my work
Yeah.
is teaching you how it works, why it's more effective than doing this and that. And like that other stuff is a quick fix. This is going
Yeah.
to nourish everything. So I feel like that's like the biggest thing. And even like coming to the cookout, right? We know that. We know, so when we think about coming to the cookout, right, we understand that mental schema. And it's a thing of if I say, all right, I'm going to have some vegan, I'm bringing vegan fried chicken to the cookout.
Mhm.
Folks that still not been in my life that have known I've been vegan for 8 years. That ain't about to hit. That ain't about to be good. Don't nobody want that. Plants don't work. Myth, right? But then I bring it to the cookout and y'all taste how good them fried oyster mushrooms are. And boom, light bulb goes off in your head. Oh, wait, this does work. This does hit on my taste buds the same way that fried chicken would. This is good and it's good for me. And I could, I've expanded my mind. So you see what I'm saying? That myth is just so big. It's across the board. And it's just something that I'm constantly, just working to fight off
We
from the
gotta
minds of
experience
people.
it. More
Hmm.
especially, I think that the generation above us has to
Hmm.
experience it.
That part.
Like,
That part.
we can read and absorb, things online and speak to folks, but I think
Right.
the generation above,
Yes.
the non-believer that's gotten in the DNA and just the dependency on big pharma and all
Yes.
the things, I feel like we just have to experience certain things in real time.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
that's actually my favorite thing about this work is it's like literally watching people convert
Yeah. Ooh,
in
yes.
real time. And
Yeah.
like being like, getting messages, girl, I tried, oh girl, you were compliant.
Yes.
Or like, girl, I done tried the drip and slide from Kitty Coo and
Yeah.
girl, it's there. Like, small little
Yeah.
stuff like that, teaching women about red raspberry leaf and how important that is for our period.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
just the chlorophyll alone, like people
Yeah.
not understanding it, like this is going to help your total body wellness. It's going to help deodorize your body. It's going to fight off toxins, and you're going to feel so much more energy. And it's like it's a thing of people have to experience it to believe it,
Yeah.
and it is that type of thing. So I have to show up in the world providing this.
Love that you have those type of testimonials on your platform. It's
Yes,
not just folks that look like us who are speaking about it.
yes,
You have mama, grandma,
yes,
folks of the
yes,
older generation who just have different lived experiences who
yes,
are experiencing your products. And I think
mhm,
that is a defining moment for us culturally, but also for
yes.
the brand. I think that that is pure gold.
You. And it's
Ye
opening up a conversation piece. Kitty Coo is such a conversation piece because like even when I did that video with my mom and my aunt, and it's funny
Mm,
because it's like, we see like my aunt is 12 years older than my mom, 11 years older than my mom. And so it's like she's 75, my mom is 64. So you're seeing this dynamic of first off in the black community, talking about sex is taboo at home.
yeah.
It's
Oh,
always
yes.
been that type of a thing. And I'm
Yep.
I'm noticing with my brand is becoming now a conversation starter. It's an icebreaker
Yeah.
for having these conversations. It's literally like, when my mama bought Drip and Slide, which is the libido product, she bought that. My mom literally bought the Wet and Wild Kitty Kit.
Though.
Wet and Wild Kitty Kit is literally the liquid chlorophyll with the Drip and Slide. Let me get the boxes for you. Hold on, because I'm talking.
Yes.
We gotta have the boxes to
Yes,
explain.
bring the boxes out, bring them out, bring them
We
out.
have to bring the boxes to explain what's going on. Hold on, hold on. Hey,
Yes,
yeah. But anyway,
bring them out.
yes, girl, he's so freaking cute. And so it's so funny that my mom and she was, she's trying to support or whatever. So, but
Mhm.
this is the trio set, right?
Yes,
The
yes,
Wet and Wild Kitty Kit is literally the liquid chlorophyll and the drip and slide. And this is all about your total body wellness. A lot of people don't know this is going to have the kitty cat's juicy. It's going to have it nice and healthy, but that liquid chlorophyll does amazing for hydration. So I
yes,
was going to do that. And you right?
yes.
Of course, is the libido. My mom and I sell a duo this called the Wet and Wild Kitty Kit. Literally does what it says it does. When I saw my mama's order coming, I was like, this is about to be awkward. I'm about to literally pack my mom's order. Like, what is going on? What she ordering this? And in that moment, I took a video. She wanted to do an unboxing video. And I said, okay, my dad, I could see
Y'all are
him
so
cringing,
cute.
like, because it's like once again, there was never no full sex talk at home. This
Never,
is the first
ever.
time at 34 that I'm having a conversation with the elders in a room,
Mhm,
grown folk business. So, and
mhm,
we know that in our culture, like
mhm.
there is no induction ceremony into grown folk business. You've just
Nope.
been out of it all your life, and then all of a
Yep,
sudden you're in it. And it's
yep.
just like it's a shock. You're like, wait a minute, hold on, it's too much going on, right?
Right.
So in that moment, my mom is unboxing these things and she's literally like, "Oh, girl, the triple style. That's what little lady, do all of that." And my aunt is cracking up and it's like, "Oh, that's the sexual one. Let me see that one, Stacey. I want to try that." And it was so funny because this is the first time,
Mm,
literally the first time that I realized we're openly laughing and talking about sexual wellness as a
mm,
family.
mm,
34, and it's not
mm.
until I created a brand where it's now breaking the ice. And I feel like it's so important because a lot of things have happened because those conversations haven't been had before.
Yes.
And I love that this is like for little girls. I'm excited for the young girls to be getting cycle soothe, for them to learn about what's going on, what are the herbs doing in their
Keep
bodies and
this,
all of that
Jazz.
stuff. Because it's like we didn't get that.
Keep
They
this.
threw us some pads, Dominique, and it was just like, "All
Toss. Toss them stanky pads.
don't
Like,
get pregnant because you can have a baby now. Don't you bring no babies in my house."
or you get the the tampons with that cardboard
Oh, now cut the coochie up before it even got in his joint and gave you a whole coochie paper cut.
Gucci paper cut. But
Like
look,
that.
but imagine how dope this would be for young girls, right? At inception, right? Around the time that they're starting their period. And
That
they're learning about just even vaginal wellness, even before we get to sexual wellness, womb wellness, before we get to sexual wellness. And imagine she's growing up and having this interconnected relationship with both her parents, right?
mhm,
Um, and say she becomes sexually active
mm,
and taking the gender binary out of it, like whether
mhm,
girl, boy, whatever, but specifically
right.
for little boys, him watching her take care of herself and her teaching him at a young age how, like, just that information, that is next level.
Really is.
What?
And it's time that
What?
it's time. And I think about and that's truly why I created this line because I literally tapped so much into healing my 12-year-old self who
Mhm.
was scared, who was ashamed when she got her first period, who was like, I gotta hide this. Like I remember just that moment of like, I'm not ready for womanhood. I want to be a little girl. And I feel like
Mhm.
there's so much pressure that we put on young girls when they get that period. It's like, you're a woman now. Like we need to reframe that language.
Mm-mm.
It's like
Mhm.
that's so much for a 12-year-old to handle.
Yeah, that's a
And
lot.
it's like, we need to be equipped. And it's so funny because I literally had someone that had gotten cycle soothe for their daughter, right? And she was like, "Girl, I'm so happy that you created this because my daughter who fights with me on everything actually enjoys this and
Mm.
actually listened to me and actually took." And I told her that we're gonna do like you
Oh,
said, we're gonna start taking it during the week
A1.
before to get it in. And she agreed. She said, "Girl, you got a customer for life because of,"
Hmm.
and I said the fact that this done allowed you to be able to first off bridge that gap in that conversation.
Mhm,
And it
mhm.
made me so happy because I'm like, oh, she's starting early. She
Yes.
don't got to suffer like the rest of us
Can you
did. She can have
imagine?
the conversation. She can get the care that she needs. And yeah,
Early.
and it's like before you get to talking about sex, I feel like it's just so much happens at once when you step into this womanhood. We're forced to now, okay, here's you're gonna take care of yourself,
We have sex before we even know how to take care of ourselves. That's the
girl.
issue.
Girl, talk
That's well, one
about
of
it.
the issues, let's be clear, there's a lot.
Um,
But one of the
listen,
issues.
one of the many, and it's
Yeah.
like, we don't even know what's going first off, we don't even know what it look like down there before we start having sex, and we don't know what all the things that's happening, and it's
Mhm.
like, this potentially has gotten a lot of women into circumstances where they don't even know what's going on, and it's
Yeah.
like, we have to and then even for the young men, you know, like, they have no clue,
No
and I
clue.
always tell people, I'm like, "Listen, as you're learning stuff, as I'm teaching you this stuff, teach your partner these things."
100%.
They need to know your
100%.
cycle. They need to know that you acting a little crazy because you want to lose your face right now. They need to know how to
100%.
support you in these different aspects. And fathers need to know this for their daughters.
100%.
Brothers need to
100%.
know this stuff. I always laugh and say, if I am given, I cannot wait to have babies. Cannot wait to
Mhm.
bring babies into this world. And I cannot, if I literally am given, if it's a girl, it's a problem. We already know. Like, yeah, jazz is crazy, but listen, it happens, it's destined to happen, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be.
Yeah.
But to have sons
Yep.
is going to be something that is going to be so pivotal for me. I'm excited about the idea of just bringing the humans in the world, period.
Yeah.
But to literally be in this brand of women's wellness and to bring in sons that would inherit it.
Yes.
Daughters inherit it would be amazing as well. Like don't get me wrong, but it's
Yes.
something to me revolutionary about seeing young men be
Yes.
raised in this atmosphere of, well,
Yes.
my
They're
mama knows.
learning about care in a whole
Exactly.
new way. I have a son and a daughter, a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old.
Mm.
Oh,
Oh,
yes. My son Sage is 4, my daughter Sequoia is 2, and
love their names.
thank
Oh,
you.
that's
Oh,
so
oh, you
pretty.
you see the plants? You see the
Yes,
nature.
I
You
love
see.
that. Oh,
But yeah, we gotta start early.
they
Gotta
need to
start
know.
early. And pull that packaging back up one more time, one more
Yes,
again. This is part of it too. Look at this.
yes, girl.
Ain't
Yes,
nothing
girl.
clinical about this.
Nothing.
Ain't nothing clinical about this, but the formulas are A1. Like,
Yes.
look, this is what we want on our shelves.
Yeah, and I was so intentional about like it. I don't want nothing looking like you got that off somebody hospital floor. Like
Hospital
legit.
floor.
I was
Hospital
like,
floor.
can it be cute? Like if we talking about liquid chlorophyll, can we have a watermelon on there? Can we have a
Come
parsley?
on.
I don't
The
want
packaging is
anybody touching.
everything.
Okay, because this is liquid chlorophyll deluxe. It's not only chlorophyll, it's got nettle, it's got dandelion leaf, it's got parsley,
Mm,
it's got key lime.
mm,
I was like, we're gonna put that on this box. And I think like we look with our eyes at first. The entertainment is on the box. You're gonna turn it around and see all the organic products, yes.
yes,
But I
all the
want you to
nutrition
see
facts.
it's some good stuff in here with Drip and Star. You're gonna see that okra on the front. You're gonna see that cacao. You're gonna see all of those things. Like with Cycle Soup, I need you to understand what's going on. I
Mm,
need you to see that chamomile flower. I need you to see the organic products, and I need you to see a breakdown of what all the herbs are doing and what is happening to help your body.
mm.
Because I feel like when we get a product, we're so used to like just grabbing it and like
Mhm.
the information is on. You know how like we say black folk when they like something, they look at something, they like it, they start looking at the bottom. Okay, so it's like I really wanted to tap into that.
Yes,
Like,
yes,
no, it's like it has everything it needs to have in
yes.
it. And it's gorgeous and it tastes good. And it's unlike anything you see. So when you go and see it in the store, I love how people are like, bro, I can't wait to see this in the stores. Yes, it's gonna be there. And
Mm,
I want to grab your attention because you
yes,
know that there's intention that put into this. And you can be one of my favorite things in life is showing up as colorful as I can be.
yes,
Take up space
yes,
and
yes,
fitting into the status quo. Like it don't have to be white and black. It can literally be bright ass neon
yes.
and it's a liquid chlorophyll. Like it's okay. Like
It's important. But guess what, Jazz? We've been conditioned to think that nature is just this bland ass situation. Nature is literally colorful. It's reflective of
colorful.
everything that we've been talking about.
Listen, I
Nature has all the fucking
uh,
colors.
nature got metallic colors. And I be kind
What?
of careful when people be like, "Oh, I just want natural dye." Have you
Nature
seen? It's a bird I always see in a pond, and it got that beautiful ass like
fluorescent, metallic, like
yes,
nature got all the vibes.
all of it. And it's like I wanted to tap into that energy of
Yeah.
like, no, it's fun too. Like wellness can be fun. I don't want it to be like when someone sees my products, I don't want them to sit up there and be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I want to like, ooh, what's going on here? Like
Right.
it's a fun aspect, and I felt like that's a part of the myth that I'm constantly working hard to bust is
Yeah.
plants don't work. And I want folks to see it. And I think it's that knowledge. It's the idea of you gotta know what it looks like. Identifying that's why with my packaging I made sure I said, no, I want the pictures of what's in it
Yeah.
so that you can
Love it.
identify it and learn, okay, it's working. My energy is up. I wonder why. You can turn on
Yes.
the packaging and see that key lime that little leaf, that chlor like so really speaking to that. So that's what I really wanted to pour into this and that poses a challenge too because I'm looking at the industry and
Mm,
unfortunately we like to look and we compare. Comparison is the thief of all joy always because
always.
you're gonna be like, oh, well, you're looking at the competitors. Well, they're using simple typography and they're not using bright colors. I don't give a damn. This how we taking up space though.
Word. Word.
They know
Word.
when they come to Kitty Coo, it's gonna be cute. And I love when I hear people like, "Oh, girl, I could not throw out them boxes. I still got them on it."
I know that's
It's
right.
like
I know that's
important.
right.
Yes,
And
people.
shout
That's
out to my wellness practitioner friends who are more clinical. I still love y'all. I still love y'all and support y'all, and you will be amplified on the pod as well. I'm just
No
saying.
shade to them because
No, no, no
that is
shade at all.
important
No
as
shade at
well.
all. It's all necessary. There's a space for
All
everybody.
necessary.
But
Yes.
I'm highlighting the come on, Kitty Coo. That's all I gotta say. I just feel like,
Thank
come on.
you, honey.
Come on, Kitty Coo. But no, thank you. I've been calling you Jazz. My sister's name is
What?
Jasmine with a
Oh
Z,
no, girl.
and she's
I'm
vegan,
James
actually.
more
So
than
I'm like,
James.
I'm talking to you like we done met each other before, like we known each other.
Yeah, we done known each other in spirit, but
That
no, yes,
part,
it's
that
very
part,
much
that
Jazz.
part.
Always, like I barely
Uh,
go by.
yes, yes. But no, I just really wanted to give you your flowers.
Thank
It didn't
you.
fully dawn on me that this was a brand spanking new brand just because
Yeah.
I feel like your energy, it's
Oh
been
wow.
here before.
That's a
Y'all
huge
and
compliment. Thank you.
I love it. I love it. I love this modern plant-based women's wellness brand. It
Mhm.
is elite.
Thank you,
Elite.
honey.
Elite. So thank you for all of it, all that
Yes.
you've shared, and all of the dimensions and the dynamic composition of you and your ancestors and the brand and all the things. Like,
Thank you.
I
Thank you for
appreciate it.
giving me this platform, honey. And I
Girl, bye,
love
of
the fact
course.
that even you speaking that you're not vegan, but you're able to value these things. And I
Yeah,
feel
100%.
that there's so many people that goes over people's heads, like they feel like they have to be vegan to enjoy these things or to talk about this stuff. And it's like, no, y'all, like it doesn't have to be. It's not one size fits all.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
that's an
yeah.
important piece of all of this stuff. It's for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody
It's
can
for
get this stuff.
everybody, 100%. It's for everybody.
Exactly.
I'm hyper aware though. Like when I eat a piece of
Yes.
cheese, I'm like, girl, I know I ain't supposed to be eating this shit. But I'm just aware.
I
I
love that.
know.
Thank you for that
I
because you know
know
how
the
many people
thing.
are not aware
I'm
and be
very
like, "It is what it is." It's like I love
no, I'm aware. I'm aware. Yeah, but thanks, Jazz. So this
it's
was
a
great.
journey, girl.
This was good, girl. Good
Oh,
sisterhood,
thank you.
tea time, girly time. And before we close out, this season we're having a sustainability soundtrack. So we're just gonna do some quick question and answers real fast. Let me know when
Okay,
you're ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. What song is bringing you joy right now?
Oh, a song is bringing me joy right
Mhm.
now. Oh, girl, how much time I got to think? I
Like
got lots
30
of
seconds.
songs. 30 seconds. Oh, girl.
If you need to scroll your
Curtis
phone real quick,
Mayfield.
you can. You said what?
Curtis Mayfield. Move on up.
Hey, okay. I'm here for that.
That's my.
What song helps you heal when life feels really tough?
Oh.
One song. I'm sure there's
One
many.
song,
Mm.
Everything by Mary J. Blige.
Okay, okay, Auntie Mary. And
Yes.
then what song sounds like sustainability?
Ooh,
Mhm.
um, Keep on Moving.
You answered that quickly. Okay. Okay. People usually get stumped on that one. Oh, yes. Okay, the soundtrack is a vibe.
Yes, because the community has to move. It has to constantly move on,
I love it.
to keep
Evolve.
sustainable. Yeah, to be
Mhm.
sustainable.
I love it. I love it. Oh, and last but not least, tell the folks how they can stay connected with you and your brand and everything that you're cultivating.
So you can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all the things, Jazmin Duke _ And you can follow Kitty Coo at Kitty Coo Wellness on all platforms, just at Kitty Coo Wellness, KITTYCOO on all platforms. Yeah, and you can shop Kitty Coo Wellness at
Y'all better.
kittycoowellness.com, all the things, and just stay tuned for so much amazing stuff coming.
Yes. Thank you so much, Jazz and Kitty Cole. And that is a wrap.
Now, if this conversation woke something up in you, don't keep it to yourself. Share this episode with a sister, a partner, a whole group chat because reclaiming our wellness is a collective assignment. See you next time.
Composting cotton and cornrows.
We've turned nothing to gold since the birth of our soul. It's ingrained in our root. Black is more than flesh and bone, planted deep in our code, and we bear the fruit. Yeah, they wonder how our stride's so bold, and our pride stone cold after all we've been through. the texture of our crown, crown, crown. We pass it on to the youth.